happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. Now you guys can probably already tell that it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely gonna want to see this one. So we're seeing that Representative of Texas Jasmine Crockett find herself wrapped up in the middle of a federal investigation after more evidence of her fraud was just uncovered. Guys, I'm excited to get to this one, so we're gonna hop straight into it. All I ask that you guys please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's hop straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
Something, because she's not going to be a member of Congress for much longer. I think Jasmine Crockett is potentially set to be picking up a orange jumpsuit if the new criminal probe into how she won her congressional seat turns out to be fraud. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into that. But first, a little bit of context about Jasmine Crockett. And maybe all of this is really coming together because we've seen this representative lash out against reporters in the U.S. House of Representatives. Look here. This is one of Laura Loomer's reporters. And Jasmine Crockett claws at them, right? The claws at their phone. What a psychopath. We've seen her pathologically change her accent.
No
None of it makes any sense.
That when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress. It's just not what my plan was. But what I've always decided is that I would step up when there was a need.
Listen, he up there, he's hearing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we weren't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't, you know.
How does somebody this inauthentic and fraudulent and fake end up winning and becoming a star in the Democrat Party unless there's something else happening here? Was Jasmine Crockett selected in order to win a specific seat, in order to fill a specific demographic for the Democrat Party, a DEI hire, you could call it, and she's playing the part? And what would you call that? Fraud. And what do we know now about the way that Democrats have won probably dozens, if not hundreds, of congressional seats? Fraud. This from the New York Times. Act Blue, the Democrat fundraising powerhouse, faces internal chaos. 7 senior officials have left the group. Deep concerns about the future confront scrutiny from congressional Republicans. Congressional Republicans are saying that they've uncovered fraud on Act Blue. If you're unfamiliar, Act Blue is the fundraising 800-pound gorilla for the Democrat Party. Without Act Blue, the Democrats can't raise money. It is a massive data collection and financial services for the Democrat Party. And again, they would be completely broken and destitute without them. Act Blue in turmoil. Mysteriously, 7 top executives have left in the past 3 weeks, several of whom have all been there more than a decade. None of them will explain why they left. The last remaining lawyer at Act Blue's general counsel office has been locked out of their email and put on leave after sending internal messages that we have a whistleblower policies for a reason to union representatives. And Act Blue's employees are openly questioning the group's stability, calling the situation alarming, and they're demanding the hiring of an independent investigator. More than $16 billion has passed through Act Blue in the last 20 years. What could they possibly be hiding? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk has regularly posted about this as he looks for fraud. He quote tweeted James O'Keefe. How does Act Blue commit fraud? They use the names and addresses of real Americans who aren't donors to Democrats, but they funnel money, small donations, through those addresses. And when you line up tens of thousands of addresses, you're able to then funnel millions, if not billions of dollars from China, from Saudi Arabia, I don't know from where, but you can funnel enormous amounts of money in relatively small donations by using the fraudulent information of legitimate voters here in America. What happens is that James O'Keefe goes up and asks these voters, did you actually donate $70,000 to Kamala Harris? And they're like, what are you talking about? $70,000 in $500 increments over the last 10 years. Here, this individual, this little old lady living in this this humble home, apparently donated $20,000 to Democrats in 1,000 individual donations. And she says, what are you talking about? I've never donated to Democrats here. Elon Musk saying Act Blue has committed massive fraud. Well, that's what's going on at Act Blue. So that's the precursor here, okay, to the news about Jasmine Crockett. Democrat Representative Jasmine Crockett is now under investigation by the FEC over donations made to her campaign through leftist fundraising organization ActBlue. Evidence reportedly shows that an individual donated to her campaign over 50 times without their knowledge, suggesting the donations were being given under a false name. Crockett received $870,000 through ActBlue. That's a lot of money. Let's read the news. Federal Elections Commission opened an investigation into Jasmine Crockett regarding donations for her 2024 campaign made through ActBlue. The Coolidge-Reagan Foundation, conservative advocacy group, made the FEC complaint. On April 2nd, the FEC notified them that they were opening up an investigation. The respondents will be notified of the complaint within 5 business days. You'll be notified as soon as the Federal Election Commission takes final action on the client's complaint. You should receive information, forward it to the Office of the General Counsel. The FEC opened an investigation. There is a process. They are investigating. The complaints reference a specific donor who gave 53 separate donations, totaling $595 to Crockett's campaign through ActBlue portal. The suspected donor was a 73-year-old Texas resident named Randy Best, according to the FEC complaint. However, Best's wife, in a video promoted by one of Crockett's opponents, denied knowing anything about the donations. The complaint contends that this possibility means that this was a fraudulent donation and there may be criminal liabilities. The bigger picture here is that Crockett's campaign received close to $1 million in total donations from ActBlue, and ActBlue is under federal investigation for fraud at scale. Representative Crockett, through her principal campaign committee, has received thousands of donations from ActBlue, totaling $870,000 in FEC. The FEC complaint says it's unclear how many of these similarly fraudulent transactions were made in the name of unsuspecting innocent people who did not actually provide the funds. So you can go ahead and watch his video here. He walks up to the lady's house and she's like, I have never donated to Jasmine Crockett, but it says that you donated 50 times. Well, what if all of her donors are fake? Do you understand how quickly the house of cards falls? What if all of her donors are fake and they funneled $1 million to her to win? Let me see. Someone donated to Jasmine Crockett's campaign 50 times. They raised nearly $1 million. Their donors did not know they were donating. And now we have to investigate to see if she should be expelled from Congress. ActBlue is a money laundering scheme. Democrats are a domestic terror group. Jasmine Crockett is a criminal. Fraud. Jasmine Crockett really wants you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that deportations is why we can't afford homes.
So I am telling you that this is a failed thing, but we've got to do better to connect the dots and let people know the reason you can't afford a home is because of these failed immigration policies. The reason you're not going to be able to afford your food is because of these failed immigration policies. And the same can go for the hospitality industries where we have
You can't afford a home because we're deporting the people who are here illegally, taking all the homes. Got it? Something tells me that Jasmine Crockett may definitely be committing fraud, some type of major financial fraud. If this is the level of math that's being done in her skull, then yes, this is a major problem. Okay, so why not investigate on a state level? Ken Paxton has the legal authority to investigate allegations of improper funds sent to Jasmine Crockett.
Yo, there we have it, guys. That one coming from our friend Beanie Johnson. I'll definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below. Those who want to go over there and check that entire thing out, also you guys go over there and show our friend Beanie Johnson tons of love and support. He's a great guy. Oh my goodness, guys, we're seeing the walls quickly closing in for Representative Ratchet, aka Miss Jasmine Crockett. This is probably the reason why she's been hooting and hollering to going against Elon, the Trump administration, every step of the way. It's because she was the one committing these fraudulent acts, trying to steal and money launder, and she didn't want Elon Musk or the Department of Government officially to get on to her. Now we know what Jasmine Crockett's whole aim is. She's no different than all these other left-wing lunatics that keep coming out outraged about the great work that's being carried out by Donald Trump and his administration. Oh my goodness, guys. This right here, another bombshell update. Hopefully finally see some arrests coming, because I feel like all these investigations are starting to pile up and almost topple over with the amount of investigation we've seen coming for these left-wing loonies, but we haven't seen many arrests. I mean, we have more than enough evidence piled up against these individuals to go ahead and make arrests. It's time that we finally draw that line of Santa Rosa. They're going to continue to misuse their offices in order to commit these crimes, guys. But definitely hop in the comment section. Comments are open. I'm excited to hear what you guys are thinking on this one. Also, make sure you guys please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you did enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one.